Are we ready?
Padded Room Radio is on the air, you maniacs. My name is Darian. I am back with another week full of horror bullshit coming straight to your face holes. Miss Monica is in the house. Monica, what's up, baby doll?
I am here somehow.
Somehow you made it. You managed to answer the phone. Good job, kid. You did it. Monica, I am trapped in a blizzard up here in northern Nevada, and I'm about sick of it.
Oh, well, let's trade.
Oh, yeah, I would love to. What's the matter? You got a nice cool breeze going down there? Is that what your problem is? I got 6 inches of fucking snow up here, Monica. I had to slide down my hill sideways to get to work this morning.
That's the only thing that scares me is the hill where you live is so dangerous.
Dude, you're not kidding. You are not kidding. Let me tell you something. Presently I drive a Jeep. Before that, I had this little blue 2-wheel drive truck. But I got so good at going down the hill sideways and knowing when to grab the handbrake and when to punch the gas. I'm glad that my wife never took any trips with me on that icy hill because she probably would have divorced me.
Yeah.
It is scary stuff, dude. And as you may have noticed, inmates, I have excused Dusty tonight because I don't want him to be the 14th ghost. You know what I mean? He tries to come up here tonight. I don't know. I don't know that he has like the tank treads to make it up Kill Hill to get to my house to record the episode. It's not worth it, man. It's a stupid podcast. Stay home. Monica, on the other hand, just has to pick up the phone because she lives in the balmy desert, ladies and gentlemen. She's out there hanging with armadillos, drinking margaritas, enjoying the shade of a nice cactus. We're up here fighting for our lives, Monica. What's up with you, babe? How was your week? What did we miss out on?
Really nothing.
No?
Nothing much, just working.
Okay. How's the parole officer? Is he recovering nicely, or have you murdered him and buried him in the backyard?
Oh, God, almost every day.
Yes, we know.
But that's about it.
Well, that's good. No news is good news. That's what I say. I like a nice boring week without the Arctic tundra blowing through my backyard. Well, we got a regular horror show to get into here, inmates. We got listener mail, horror news, all the usual stuff. I think we should kick things off with a little horror news there, Monica.
Okay.
Horror news.
Yes, ma'am. We got a few things going on in the horror news department, Monica. Are you ready for a Betty Boop horror movie?
Oh, jeez. Is it a movie or a cartoon?
It's a movie. It's a live-action movie.
Okay. Who's going to play Betty Boop?
I don't know. Some stripper that we've never heard of before, I'm sure.
Okay. She better be good-looking.
Well, I mean... Yeah, one would think, but I don't know. I don't care. Betty Boop horror movie, quote unquote, Betty's Revenge. Just hit digital if anybody gives a shit. This is the new reality that we live in, where we're just retrograding all the old cartoons and public domain personalities into horror movies and cranking them out, hoping we make some money off of name recognition, Monica.
Huh. Well, yeah, they're running out of things to make.
They are. They're out of ideas. I gave up after Pi. I'm with you on the Pooniverse. I'll hang out. I checked out the Peter Pan one. It's kind of creepy. Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, you get some interesting stuff going on there. That fucking mouse. What was it on the boat? Scream Boat? Is that what it was called?
Yeah. What was that called? Mouse. Oh, geez.
I can't
even think of the name.
I don't
now.
care. It was dumb as shit. And they're making a Minnie Mouse one that is gonna.
Yes, they are.
That's gonna follow up with that. I don't care. I don't even care, Monica. I watched the Popeye one. It was stupid as fuck. I'm probably not gonna watch the Betty Boop one. I just don't care anymore. I don't care. Speaking of things I don't care about, the original Leprechaun movie with Jennifer Aniston is getting a Steelbook treatment for St. Patrick's Day this year. It's also going to be released on VHS.
Oh, okay.
For all you retro platformers out there.
I didn't even know they bringing those back.
It's like the vinyl craze.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's
right.
There's some artisanal fuckwad in his garage tinkering with old VHSs. No offense, Jason Harrell, if you're listening, but I'm picturing more of a guy with like a wax-tipped goatee situation and an apron on. And he's bringing back the VHS, man. I don't care for it. It sucks. I'm gonna be honest with you. You watch an old VHS tape. Oh, fuck me. All right. Yeah, man. Tracking gets all fucked up. The average VHS tape, as I recall, had an average shelf life of maybe 3 to 4 years, depending on how you stored it. Why? Why bother? It looks like shit. You can get 4K digital now, where you see all the colors and the blood and the nipples and all that stuff with crystal clarity. Why would you want to go back to the fuzzy old VHSs? I don't get it.
Well, I was just looking, and the brand new VHS players. Shit, do you know how much they're running for?
If they're more than $100, I'm gonna punch this wall.
They are more than $100.
How much?
We're talking starting price for a Panasonic is $184.
Wow.
And it can go all the way up to $700 for the DVD VCR combo, which I happen to own one.
There you go.
Hey, and just for quick news,
yeah.
Do you know what the highest priced VHS tape sold for?
I'm going to say it was probably Gone with the Wind, and I'm going to put it at $2,500.
No.
Was it Gone with the Wind?
No.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It was a mint condition, still sealed, 1986 Back to the Future, sold for $75,000.
Fucking dude!
I'm glad I saved all my favorite horror movie VHSs.
I had that VHS tape. It was in the original clamshell. The 2008 VHS purge that took place here at the Brock House probably has it in a landfill somewhere. God damn it! All right. I'm going to punch my wife when I see her. I'm not going to punch my wife. I'm kidding. What else we got here? Mike Flanagan's Carrie series has been given a tentative October release date from Amazon Prime. That's very exciting. Are you ready for a Carrie series from Mike Flanagan?
No, not really.
Okay, that's fair. The reason I hesitate is because I find that whenever they take a movie and try to stretch it into a series, we get a whole lot of fluff that we don't really need. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? What was it? Oh, the From Dusk Till Dawn series.
No, I did not watch that.
It wasn't bad, but we got a whole lot of added-on drama and weird. What's his name? Valderrama, that guy. The dude from the 70s show, not the rapist, the other guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We got a whole lot of him trying to be a thug. It is very strange.
Huh.
What else we got here? 28 years later, the Bone Temple hit digital today. Have you seen that one yet, Monica?
No, I have not.
I've heard good things. I'm interested. I'll get around to it.
Okay.
Lastly, it looks like Terminator Zero has been canceled by Netflix after one season. I didn't watch that either. Did you?
I didn't even know there was something like that out there.
I'm not 100% sure what it is. I think it's an animated series, but I could be wrong. It's a series, obviously, set in the Terminator universe. It was on Netflix. You still got the first season up there if you want to check it out. Just don't get too attached because it's already done. So there's that for you. And that's all I got, Monica. Take us to the trailer park, why don't you?
I only got one thing this week, and I'm kind of excited because I really dig Russell Crowe.
Okay.
And he actually has a new movie coming out from the dude that directed Unhinged.
Okay.
Did you ever get to see that one?
I did. I like that.
Oh, okay. So I think we're going to be in the same direction. It's being called a thriller or an action thriller. So it's going to be about him owning a strip club, and some people come in and rob the place, and then Russell Crowe gets revenge. Oh, and Luke Evans is in it too.
Is he one of the strippers? Because I'll watch it if he is. I like me some Luke Evans.
Yeah, and Aaron Paul is also in it too. So I'm all okay.
Okay, it sounds
we don't have a release date yet.
It sounds very much like a movie and a role that was intended for Michael Madsen, but he just recently passed, so they passed it off to Russell Crowe. Oh. Right? I mean, that's got Michael Madsen written all over it. If like he needs to do a line of cocaine and then pull out a Desert Eagle in like off of a stripper's tits or something. I don't know, but that's got Michael Madsen written all over it.
Yeah, him and Tom Sizemore could have been business partners.
Yeah, he's dead too. God damn it. We need some more cokehead, dirty cop actors / hitmen types. We don't have those anymore. I guess we got to go with Russell Crowe. God damn it. All right, well, I guess that's all we got on the horror news. Let's get into some listener mail, my friends.
All right.
Listener mail.
Here comes our main man in Alabama. Alan is in the house.
How's it going?
What's up, Alan?
No Terradome, Mr. Darian.
Yeah.
You are the house at Jacksonville.
Oh, you've got me.
What did I watch this week? I watched the new Sisu. That was really good.
I've been looking at that. I heard it was pretty good.
That's all I really got to watch.
Okay.
That I did not know how you picture music. It's pretty cool. That witch house stuff is trippy.
Yeah.
I really like that old.
Don't listen to it while you're driving.
Oh, Black Betty you played. I had to look that up.
Oh, Lead Belly.
Anyway,
I found it.
Not much else to say. Hope everybody's doing good. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Beautiful. Thanks for calling in, Alan. Yeah, man, that was the original version of Black Betty. Performed by Lead Belly, I believe in 1921. That was from like 6 or 7 weeks ago. I found it very haunting because the song that we know and love, Black Betty by Ram Jam, it's like such a fucking upbeat kind of commercial kind of, ooh, Black Betty, I'm terrible. I know. I understand that. But the original was just literally a guy clapping his hands and talking into a microphone. I found it very haunting and kind of, I guess, kind of melancholic in a weird way. Because it's the same song, it's the same lyrics, it's the same words, it's the same premise, but just in this totally different, like, almost depressing tone that is just kind of blah. I don't know how to explain it. Witch House Radio, Monica, have you ever listened to that?
No.
It is a Pandora station
Uh-huh.
It is some of the weirdest fucking music. Don't listen to it while you're driving because it'll put you to sleep.
Oh,
It's a good. I feel like if you were going to do acid, it would be. Actually, no, don't do that. That might be a bad idea. If you were going to try to paint a surrealist painting, and maybe do a little bit of acid, but not too much, that might be a good soundtrack for you. It's just weird stuff, man. It's like banshee screaming against crashing waves and syntho stuff. There very rarely is there any lyrics to Witch House Radio, but it's a lot of weird stuff. It's fun to play on the show because especially when I can't think of anything else any other songs to play, I'll just throw that on there. But it'll fuck you up, man, if you're not paying attention. Might make you a little sad and depressed. So, if you're on like some pharmaceutical grade, whatever, or prescription, maybe not with the Witch House Radio or the old school Ram Jam. That'll probably fuck you up too. All right, that's all we got on the listener mail there, kid. You got anything for Alan?
no, but thanks, Alan, for taking time out, even though it was Valentine's Day.
That's what it is, dude. Holidays, everybody forgets about us.
Yes.
How was your Valentine's Day, Monica? I should have asked you. Would you guys do anything special?
No, we just went out to dinner. It was his first time actually getting out of the house, so.
Oh, you actually let him out of the house for Valentine's Day.
Yes,
You're
and I made
so
him
sweet.
pay.
And you will be paying for my dinner because you're a fucking gentleman, Jesse. God damn it. Right on, man. We didn't even go out of the house. We got Olive Garden to go. So we went and picked it up, brought it home. We got rid of one of the kids for the evening. We thought we were going to get rid of the other one, but he ended up hanging around. So we watched Bob's Burger and ate takeout Olive Garden. Very romantic.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. That's what happens when you've been together for 23 years, dude. You don't even care anymore.
Yeah, I know. He that's what he said. He's all, do you want to go to dinner or do you even care? I was like, I don't really care.
Yeah, fuck that, man. And you go out to dinner and all you see is like the 22-year-olds on their third date and they're like, oh, here's a flower. Oh. All right. Fuck off. We're going to be in bed by 9:30 after Qdoba, and that's going to be it.
Yeah.
All right, Monica. Well, we got ourselves a regular horror movie to get into. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Will everyone in the theater hold on firmly to his seat, please? Stop it! Stop it! I'm Vincent Price. What unearthly horror did that girl gaze upon? What manner of incredible thing walked beneath that hood? It would be unfair at this time to show you any more of what went on in that laboratory where a man actually dared to play God. So fantastic, words can't begin to describe it. You must see it with your own eyes to believe it. When the fly comes your way.
It isn't like any other fly I've ever seen.
No! 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 Please let me look at the fly. I've killed Andre. Please help me. Call the police and...
The charge can only be murder.
There were no mistresses. I had no lovers.
Why did you kill him?
God, don't let it get out.
Inspector, it's in the garden. Come quickly.
As God is my witness, I saw the thing. It's unbelievable. I shall never forget that scream as long as I live.
The fly's on its way. Watch out for it. It's far beyond anything your mind could ever conceive.
It is The Fly from 1958. Directed by Kurt Newman, written by James Clavell. Got 7.1 stars on IMDb. Stars David Hedison, Patricia Owens, and of course Vincent Price. Oh boy, Monica. This is...
And it's in color.
It is. It was actually never filmed in black and white. A lot of people think it was. They think that they remember seeing it in black and white. There is no black and white copy of this. It's always in color.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing about it, though, is that there's two sequels, Return of the Fly and Revenge of the Fly, both of those in black and white for some goddamn reason. Strange, I know.
They didn't have the budget for those two.
I could see why, because they're not very good, is the thing, Monica. This is a pretty good show, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I have not seen the remake in quite a bit. Jeff Goldblum, Gina Davis, and as usual, inmates, we're probably going to spend a little bit more time with one of these movies than we are with the other because there's no point in revamping the whole storyline 2 weeks in a row. So right. I think we're probably going to crack down a little bit harder on this one. I think we're going to find next week, if I can be a little preemptive with it, that it is going to be a special effects extravaganza, and it's going to be very David Cronenberg with the body horror and the drama between Goldblum and Gina Davis. But I think we may end up missing the mark a little bit on the source material. I could be wrong. I remember next to nothing about the remake, so we'll reserve judgment until we get there next week. Now, without further ado, we are going to start off, Monica, in Montreal, Canada. How do we know it's Montreal? Well, there's a sign that says Montreal right at the beginning. But on top of that, we have a lot of French names going on here. And I like it because, I don't know, every third cast member actually attempted a French accent, which I thought was fun. Vincent Price, on the other hand, was like, you can take your fucking accent and stick it straight up your ass. I'm not doing it. Even though the character I'm playing is named Francois. Only Vincent Price can do that, by the way. Anybody else would have to at least attempt it.
He just sounded like himself.
No, if you have Vincent Price, you have Vincent Price. He's going to be Vincent Price, and that's all there is to it. You don't get Australian Vincent Price. You don't get Chinese Vincent Price. You get Vincent fucking Price, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Our movie opens up with a, I guess it's a factory or some kind of a workshop, warehouse situation, and Gaston, the night watchman, clocking in and petting his pet cat and heading in for the night. He gets there and he happens upon a murder scene, Monica. Or, I guess we could say it was an accident at this point. We don't know for sure. Basically what we got is a dude that has been crushed to death in a hydraulic press. And that's nasty. I know nothing about hydraulic presses. This one in particular, or hydraulic presses circa 1958. But apparently you can set them to how much weight you want to press down, and you can set a quote-unquote stroke count, which tells you how many actual, I don't know, I guess the press comes up and then it comes back down, and that's why it smashes. I don't know, but it's a very slow-moving hydraulic press. It takes like 15 minutes for the fucking thing to come all the way up, and then another 15 minutes for it to go all the way down. It's you got to have some time on your hands if you want to use this thing, is what I'm telling you. Anyway, Gaston has found the body, and he's like, oh, shit. He does the right thing. Instead of calling the police, he calls his boss, a guy by the name of Francois, played by Vincent Price. And he's like, oh, shit, boss, I got a dead guy down here. I don't know what's going on. Francois is like, well, hold on. He gets off the phone, and as soon as he gets off the phone, his phone rings again, and it's his sister-in-law, Helene. And she's like, hey, man, I just killed your brother, Andre, and I just killed him. So I put him in the hydraulic press, and I smashed his fucking ass. So I don't know. And then, okay, so Francois wants to do the right thing. He's like, okay, let me call my friend who's a cop. It's 11:30 at night. I'm sure I can find him at the local chess club / gentleman's parlor, I guess. I don't know. He's playing chess with a guy and drinking brandy. And he's like, oh, my God. Detective, my sister-in-law called. She said she killed my brother, and also my night watchman called. He said there's a dead guy at the factory. So the detective is like, okay, I'm going to pick you up, and then we're going to go check it out. They get down there. They find the body. It is indeed Andre, and he is in the hydraulic press. The press is situated, or I guess Andre is situated in a very peculiar fashion to where, like the upper quarter of his body has been completely obliterated. But yeah, it's a dead guy. We got the whole cops and the ambulance is there. Big scene. Gaston is there. He's like, oh, I don't know what happened. I've come in here and I find him like this. Oh. And Francois is like, okay, Gaston, just chill out. We identify Andre by a scar on his leg, and we find out that is him. So, okay. Now we need to go talk to Helene and find out why she killed her husband, Francois' brother, right? So we go there with the detective, and she's being a bit of a snob at first. She's like, I'm not going to answer any questions. And they're like, okay, well, why did you kill him? And she's like, I'm not going to answer any questions. And they're like, well, you did kill him, though? And she's like, yeah. And they're like, well, okay, but why? And she's like, I'm not going to answer any questions. So we're kind of chasing our tails here for a hot second. Eventually, Francois leaves the room, and we leave Detective Sheris alone with Helene. And he's like, okay, look, because you are French, I can call and tell everybody that you're insane, and you can kind of just hang out in your bed for a few extra days. But eventually, if you don't start making sense, we're going to have to charge you with murder. So that's kind of creepy. We're going to have to take you away. We've also find out that Helene has a son, Philippe, who is the exact same little boy that was in 13 Ghosts 2 weeks ago, Monica. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, I know.
Very distinct look about this kid.
Yes.
Kind of Alfred E. Newman from Mad Magazine-esque, but he looks terrified all the time. So he's the perfect kid for any horror movie you might want to film. She's like, well, I'm still not going to answer any questions, so just no. Eventually, the detective leaves, and he's like, well, she's batshit crazy, and she killed her husband. Now, a couple of thoughts that I have at this point in the movie. Number one, we saw the hydraulic press in operation when they lifted it off of Andre's body. That fucking thing is not... You're not going to sneak up on anybody with the hydraulic press. You know what I mean? Right. It's loud. It's slow as shit. The only way you're going to kill somebody is if you maybe chain them up and put them in there, or
you knock them out first and then drag them up.
Good call. Or maybe you brought home some freak from the club and she wants to have sex in the hydraulic press, which is always, hey, I'm open. I'm open to new ideas and things with my boner, Monica. But you're not going to kill anybody with that thing unless there has to be like a pretext to it. So let's pretend for a hot second, Monica, that we've never seen this movie before, and that we can just kind of, okay, something's not adding up here. So at this point, Francois, Vincent Price is like, okay, let me talk to Helene, and we'll see if we can't get to the bottom of this. He goes in and talks to Helene. While Helene is having tea with Francois, there's a fly buzzing around. And she goes into full-on panic mode. She's like, oh, shit, it's a fly. What the fuck is there? Where is a fly? There's a fly in here. We got to catch it. We got to find out what's going on. Everybody else is like, it's a fucking fly, kid. Let's just kill it and get it the hell out of here. She's like, no, we got to figure it out. We got to find out. We got to find the fly. We got to figure out what's going on. Eventually, it turns out to be just a regular housefly, and they kill it, and she's like, fucking whatever. In the meantime, Francois has like a sit-down with Helene, and he's like, okay, you got to tell me why you killed my brother, and you got to make me you don't have to tell me, but you got to like make me understand your side of this so that we can maybe get past the cops in the part where you're about to catch 25 to life without parole. So maybe we can kind of work around that somehow. And she's like, okay, well, I understand what you're saying, but we have to find a certain fly with a white head flying around. It should be possibly somewhere in on or around this house. So let's see if we can find it. And Francois is like, yeah, that fly. Oh yeah, no, I got it. I got that fly. It's in my office in my desk. That's where I keep my flies, especially the ones with white stuff on their heads. And I don't want to be a prick here, Monica, but we got a lot of close-ups of flies. Clearly, they found themselves some house flies and put whiteout on them.
Yeah.
Those fucking things aren't going to live more than 30 seconds after you put whiteout on them. Now, I'm not like any kind of a housefly rights advocate or anything like that, but why are we putting whiteout on flies for the purpose of this movie? I mean, clearly it's not what we're going for. It's a fucking fly with whiteout on its head, and it's gonna. Well, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, she's like, okay, Francois, I'll tell you what's going on, but get Detective Charis back here because I don't want to tell the story twice. So Francois calls the detective. He comes back. They sit down in the bedroom there. And from this point forward in the movie, we go into flashback territory as to what the fuck is going on here. We start off like 2 months prior to the actual death of Andre. We got a very picturesque home of Helene and Andre and their son Philippe. They do a lot of tickling and chasing him around. Andre was actually Tony Stark in another life because he's building all kinds of fun stuff in his basement laboratory, and he's making the Delam organization a lot of money. They're like the cutting edge of French-Canadian electrical things, and he's some kind of a genius, and that's great. But Francois, Vincent Price, is like the businessman of the duo, while Andre is like the inventor. So very cool. He goes down. We get to see the laboratory for a hot second. We're working on this thing where basically Andre thinks he can teleport stuff. Okay, so yeah. What we have to start with is the box about the size of a hat box, and what. We get a lot of 1958 science talk where Andre brings Helene down and she's like, "Oh, what's going on?" And he's like, "Oh, check this out. You got to put these goggles on." And he takes one of their wedding presents and he puts it in the one box, and then he slams the big steel door and he's like, "I'm gonna disassemble the particles and then I'm gonna transmit them to the other box on the other side of the door. It's gonna be awesome." And she's like, "What? Okay, sure." There's a lot of neon lights involved and Bunsen burners and mathematical equations on chalkboards. All the things that we've come to know and love about a mad scientist laboratory, Monica. Yes. I think he just needed a hunchback down there to kick around. And, you need somebody to verbally abuse when the project doesn't go the way that you wanted. Igor, you son of a bitch! I told you to put the fucking thing on the goddamn thing. Yes, master. He did not have an Igor, disappointingly. Anyway, he puts like a ashtray in one of the bins there, and he teleports it over there, and it comes out 100% perfect, except for the lettering is backwards on the ashtray. So he's like, shit! Well, that didn't work. Fuck! And he's all pissed off. He locks himself down in the the basement laboratory there, and he's like, well, fucking ass, god damn it. He later tries a newspaper. I don't know, he tweaks a few things with the big invention. He tries a newspaper, he teleports it to the other trash bin on the other side. It comes out 100% perfect. And it's about this time, Monica, that the kid's cat, the pet cat of the house,
Yeah.
I did not write his name down, but he struck me as a prick of a cat. I don't know why. I don't like cats. He's like, ooh, I got a big idea. Let me stick the cat in there and see how that works. So he puts the cat in the bin. He fires up the neon lights, put the goggles on. Cat never makes it to the other side of the other trash bin. No cat. Fuck. Now we have a problem because I'm going to have to explain to my kid why I vaporized his cat. And now we're getting like phantom meows like around the house for a hot second. That's very scary. Okay. Creepy stuff. Now we do some more, tweaking of the formula and things like that. And he's like, okay, well, I got a guinea pig here. Captain, we're going to call him Captain French.
Okay.
He's like, well, I'm gonna try this Captain French guinea pig. He manages to zap the guinea pig to the next thing. So he's like, yeah, it worked, man. Let's go. So he goes up and he gets Helene. He's like, dude, I did it. You're gonna love this. Come on down. You know what? First, let's celebrate because, I had a major breakthrough here, but I'm not going to show you what I did just yet. So they go to the ballet, and while they're at the ballet, Andre is like writing mathematical equations on the program there, and she's getting pissed off because he's doing that. I would rather do math problems than go to a ballet. That's just me, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, me and you, Monica. Let's go to the ballet. We'll bring our textbooks and our calculators, and we'll see what we can figure out. Anyway, they get back from the ballet, and he's like, dude, I got something to show you, Helene. It's going to blow your fucking mind. Come on down to my secret lab. You're going to love it. It is not actually a sex chamber, which I think would have been a lot better for Helene. Because at this point in the movie, she is lonely. She's had about enough of Philippe. Fucking Vincent Price is showing up like on the... I don't know, at least once a week just to check on her. She's hot for VP, dude.
Yes.
Yeah. Andre's locked in the basement. I think there's like some scat fiction that we could write about Helene's adventures with Francois and, things that went on while her husband was toiling away in the basement. Okay, I'm going off on a tangent here.
You're going in the porn direction.
I think I'm getting myself hot for Vincent Price, and I just need to chill out. All right. Anyway, she's all like, "Yeah, let's go down to your secret laboratory, and we'll see what the big surprise is." So they go down there. He's like, "Dude, I'm going to take your guinea pig here, Captain Francois. I'm going to stick him in this trash bin over here. I'm going to zap his ass to the other trash bin over there. He's going to be 100% cool. You're going to love it." They put on their big stupid goggles. They fire up the neon lights. Pew, 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 pew. And over there in the other trash bin shows up Captain Francois, and he's good to go. And she's like, "Oh my God, it's amazing. You did it. Oh, you're great." And he's like, "Yeah, dude, this is going to make us millions, and it's going to save the world because, it's going to take us 4.5 minutes to get to London, and cars and airplanes and trains, all that shit's going to go away. We don't need any of that anymore. I'm just going to zap you everywhere." And she's like, oh my God, it's amazing. So in celebration of this, they call Francois, Vincent Price, to break the big news to him. Let's set up a big lunch tomorrow. You're going to love it. We're going to show him how it works. It's going to be amazing. Okay, great. The next morning rolls around. Andre's already awake, and he's like out in the garden area, and he's like, "Dude, yeah, let's go! I did it! This could be awesome!" And she's like, "Okay, honey, yeah, you did it. Congratulations! Francois is going to be here for lunch. You can show him the whole thing." Now, what we don't know, Monica, is that Andre has been up all night fucking around with things in the basement, in the secret laboratory, and doing some shit that he probably should not have been doing. But we'll get more to that in a second. Francois shows up. Helene is still horny for him. So am I. He's horny for Helene, too, by the way. She's like, okay, dude, we got a big celebration going on. Andre's going to show you some shit in the secret lab. It's going to be amazing. And Francois is like, oh, yeah, awesome. I don't get to go down to Andre's secret lab all the time, but every time we do, we get richer and richer and richer because he's a genius. And she's like, yeah, so, and then after that, I got this big lunch planned. You're going to love it. Philippe is running around. You're going to love him too. Your nephew, it's going to be great. She takes him down to the lab, and all they see when they get down there is a hastily scrawled note on the door that says, "Do not disturb. I'm still working. I don't know. Go fuck yourself. Can't talk now." So she's like, "Oh God. Well, God damn it. I guess. All right. Well, I still got lunch going, so let's go do that. I thought he had the whole shit worked out, so I don't know. Whatever. Never mind." As they're going up the stairs, Philippe comes down and he's like, "Look at this fly I got." He's got like his little bug catcher net in his little bug catcher habitat tin thing. He's like, "Look at this crazy fly I got. It's got a white head and a crazy white arm. It's crazy." And Helene is like, "Oh, God damn it, Philippe, get your fucking bugs out of the house. Your dad's going to kick your ass if he sees that. Take it out there and let it go." And he's like, "I know, but look at this. You got to check it out." And she's like, "Get that fucking thing out of my face. Go outside and get rid of it." So Philippe's like, "Oh, well, all right then. God damn it, Mom." In the meantime, Francois and Helene have a very romantic lunch, and they talk about the big breakthrough. She still doesn't tell Francois what it is, but she's like, "Oh, it's going to blow your mind when he finally lets us down there." Eventually, Francois fucks off, and then Helene is like, "Okay, well, let me go downstairs and check on my husband, make sure everything's cool down there." She goes down there, and there's a note on the door, and it basically says, "Get me some rum and milk, knock 3 times if you understand." So she's like, "What the shit is this? All right, I understand. 1, 2, 3. She goes upstairs, gets the milk, puts some rum in it, takes it downstairs. She's like, "Hey, I got your rum and milk, you weirdo. What do you want me to do with it?" So the door slides open, and we see Andre. He's got like a Olive Garden napkin over his head, and like he keeps one hand in his pocket, and he's like, all right, he's not talking, but he's like waving her in, and then he types something out on his typewriter. It says, "Can't speak, experiment went badly, don't, just fucking, I can fix this, but I need you to find the fly with the weird white head. If you can find that, I can kind of fix myself." And she's like, okay, that's kind of weird. But she's looking around, and she sees the old trash bins that he used to zap the guinea pigs around, and now they're like full-on man size. So she's like, "Oh, what are you doing, you fucking weirdo?" So it's getting we might have a little bit of a problem here, but we got to find the fly with the white head. So she runs up there again, yells at Philippe for letting the fly go now, even though he did exactly what she told him to do. "Philippe, we got to find that fly." "All right. You really expect me to find a fucking house fly?" I got a good idea where to start looking. Try the dog shit. That's where they like to hang out. Anyway, she's like, "Okay, we got to find the fucking fly." They have like a cleaning lady that shows up. Now, this cleaning lady, Monica, you recognize her at all?
No.
She was a prolific actress in the mid to late 80s. She's got a very distinct look about her, but she always played like an angry old lady. The name doesn't ring any bells, but I can tell you she was in a movie called Inner Space with Martin Short and Dennis Quaid. Have you seen that one?
I don't think so.
That's the one where they shrink Dennis Quaid down and they inject him into Martin Short.
Oh, yeah. I only saw bits and pieces of that movie.
She was like the second angry old lady. The first one, obviously, being the old lady from the Goonies and Deadly Friend and Throw Mama from the Train. The one with the big jowls.
Yeah.
This was the other old lady who also had big jowls and was also pissed off.
Was her name Emma in the movie?
Yes.
Okay. I'm looking at her right now. I can't recall any of these movies that she's been in that I've watched.
Okay. Apparently, I'm the only one that has a thing for angry old ladies. That's fair. That's fair. I understand. I am a bit of a pervert. Anyway, she gets all up Emma's ass about swatting flies in the house, and they lay a bunch of sugar down trying to catch the fly with the weird white head. And we do get some snippets of a fly with a weird white head, which was clearly a fly that they put white out on. Little inhumane, if you ask me. Whatever, I don't care. It's a fucking housefly. And you could tell because that fly it was all fucked up when it flew. It was like smacking into things and like trying to get...
I hate flies.
I hate flies too, but still. We shouldn't be capturing them and putting white out on them. It's wrong.
Oh, God. You know what I spray on them?
What do you... hairspray.
No.
Tanning oil.
No, it's the Lysol, like, kitchen cleaner, bathroom cleaner.
Oh, that'll kill them quick.
Yeah, that works for flies and mosquitoes.
Oh, I'm sure it does. That'll kill anything. Spray me in the face, I'll probably be dead in a half hour. Anyway, that's fucked up. Now we're like trying to find the fly with the white head. Francois getting a little anxious because he's like, well, hey, dude, we got to figure out what's going on with this new sweet deal invention we got. Everybody else is kind of freaking out because Mom's being a real snatch about trying to capture the fly with the white head. Can't seem to find it. Now, at the beginning of the movie, when Francois was trying to get Helene to spill the beans, he told her that he had the fly with the white head in his desk at his office.
Right.
Okay, that was not an accurate statement, but it's fine. So everybody's freaking out. She's being a bigger and bigger snatch. She goes down periodically and takes Andre food. And basically what we find out, make a very long story short and a lot of I love yous and stuff like that. Andre made a bold move and attempted to teleport himself to the other bin on the other side of the laboratory. What he didn't know was that there was a fly landed in the other bin, and when their particles transmitted, he got a little bit of fly DNA, and the fly got a little bit of him DNA. So, yes. Unfortunately, the part of the DNA that he got was like the head and the left arm. So, I mean, that sucks. If I could get just the wings of a fly and still be myself, I might just sign up for this little experiment. But the head and an arm, no good. So we find this all out when Helene goes down there and he comes clean with her. He's like, bad experiment. And we're led to believe, and I could be wrong about this, Monica, that like the fly and him were like having a battle inside because like his human arm at times was fighting his fly arm in a weird way, but he's got the fly head with the little chitters or whatever they're called that come out of the fly face.
Yes.
I thought was kind of silly, but he's like arm wrestling himself while he's trying to type things. He said what it all comes down to is he's like, okay, if you don't find the other fly within 24 hours, I'm going to have to destroy all my equipment, all my notes, and myself to make sure that nobody ever tries to recreate this experiment. And she's like, okay, I'm going to find the fucking fly. Don't worry about it. She goes back upstairs. For a second, they find the fucking fly with the whiteout on it. They find it, and they're about to capture it, but then it goes through a crack in the window, and then it gets out. And then she has to go down and explain to Fly Andre that they had it and they let it go in the garden somewhere, and now it's just basically gone. So that's kind of depressing. How about some fly paper? I feel like we could have made this a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? Instead of running around with a net, you get some fly paper, let that fucker land on it, boom, you got him. Or, as I tell my fucking wife all the time, stop killing spiders. That's going to play into the movie here in a hot second. But still, I like having spiders in my house because they get rid of all this unwanted flying shit. That's just me. My wife has to go on some kind of a genocidal tirade every time she sees one. She wants to burn the house down.
Oh,
I know. I don't get it. Anyway, so we had the fly. We let it go. Helene goes downstairs and she's like, ah. So, Andre, good news and bad news. The bad news is that we had the fly with the white head and it slipped right out the window and now it's gone. The good news is that you look rather dapper in your lab coat. So, yay you. That's not how it went down. Andre's like, argh! He smashes a bunch of shit and he writes "I love you" on the chalkboard and can't find the fly. Smashes all of his equipment, burns his notes, creates a big scene, types out, has to battle. His two arms are battling each other, and he types out a note to Helene. Hey, we're going to go to the factory and you're going to put me in the press and that'll smash me up good. She has seen the fly face now, so she's like, yeah, dude, you're a fucking monster, and I don't know that if you can't fix this, then we're going to have to sell the house at the very least. I don't know. So they go to the factory. He walks her over there in a very long, drawn-out sequence. He gets himself into the hydraulic press. She sets the count for 2, hits the red button. He's a good boy. He stays there until the press crushes him. But then she realizes that his fly hand is dangling on the outside. So the press raises up. She puts all the fly parts into the press, and then it comes down again and smashes everything else. Now we cut back to present day, where we have Detective Sheriff and Francois listening to this, going, okay, lady, you are clearly cuckoo bananas. That was a very intriguing story, by the way. What proof would you have of any of this? And she's like, oh, yeah, I got proof. Francois, he's got the other fly, the fly with the white head. He's got it in his desk, right? Yeah. So there it is. You just go talk to that thing and you're good to go. And Francois's like, yeah, so, about you, there are flies, but I don't know that I have that fly. I mean, it's just a fucking fly, man. And she's like, what? You told me you had the fly. The next morning, the ambulance with the gurneys and all those guys show up, and the inspector has a warrant for her arrest, but because of her wackadoodle story, they're just going to take her straight to a mental institution, is what I got, Monica. Is that what you got?
yes.
Yeah. She's cuckoo bananas. So they're like, okay, well, all right, everybody just chill out. We don't need to, put her in a straitjacket in front of Philippe. By the way, before all that happens, Francois is sitting on a bench in the garden next to a spider web, and you just hear this, help me, help me. Very stupid. Very silly. It's fine. Francois doesn't hear it, though. He's like, well, I guess I'm going to commit my sister-in-law to a mental institution and become a de facto Uncle Daddy here real quick, so I'll walk inside. They go inside, and she comes clean. She's like, I killed him, but he told me to kill him. He was a fly monster, dude. What do you want? And they're like, yeah, you're crazy. You got to come with us. And then as they're having this conversation, Philippe comes running up the stairs, and he's like, hey, what's going on? And Francois is like, hey, dude, so Mom's going to go to the hospital, and I'm going to take you to the movies later. Everything's going to be cool. He's like, oh, okay, well, I found that fly we were looking for. It's in a spider web out there. So Francois runs out there, sees the fly in the spider web. It's a very silly fly with like a human head and an arm, and he's like trying to swat the spider away. Yeah, get away! Oh no! Francois is like, holy shit, man! So he runs up and grabs Detective Sheriff. He's like, okay, dude, I know this is batshit crazy, but if you just come with me for 1 second, we can figure this whole thing out. So him and the detective run down there. They catch the fly just before it's about to get eaten by the spider. It is a housefly with the head and face of Andre and one arm. And he's like, get me out of here! Shit, dude, I would be insulting that spider's mother. I don't know what the ethnicity of that spider was, but I'd be using every ethnic slur I could come up with. I would be finding foreign languages to yell at it. By the way, my giant brother-in-law, or my brother actually, is right here. He could easily maybe get me out of the spider web. Whatever. I don't know. All he's got to help me. The detective picks up a big rock and smashes the spider and Andre. And Francois is like, hey, man, you fucker, you just killed my brother. You're a murderer, too. And the detective is like, I guess. I mean, he's like, well, she killed a half human, half spider, or half human, half fly. You killed a half human, half fly. So you're both kind of murderers. So, look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to say he committed suicide or an accident, or I don't know, because that hydraulic press is slow as fuck. So we're going to call this an industrial accident. You're going to let her go, and we're going to call it good. Yeah? And the inspector's like, yeah, I guess so, because I just saw a fly with a human head. And then we cut to a couple weeks later where Helene and Francois have presumably hooked up, and Philippe is running around getting ready to go to the zoo. And Francois is like, hey, man, your dad died because he was an explorer in the outer reaches of science. And when you're an explorer, sometimes you encounter dangerous things, bro. And sometimes they can kill you. And Philippe's like, oh, cool, I want to be an explorer, too. Maybe I'll turn into half a centaur or something. And that's pretty much the end of your movie there, Monica. What did you think of the original Fly?
I enjoyed it.
Me too, man.
Like I said, I like the older movies first.
Sure.
But, and I can't really say anything till we bring up the second one, the remake. But, yeah, it was very enjoyable to me.
I agree 100%. I remember next to nothing about the remake other than Gina Davis's crazy, frilly, super teased hair. I remember it being much more of a love story and like tragic science gone wrong situation. Whereas this one I felt like was more of like a crime noir thing where we have this hideous murder and we have a confession, but we need to get to the bottom of why. And that's where like the Lovecraftian science body horror comes into play. Dug this one, man. Dug it a lot. Don't get your hopes up for the 2 sequels because they are not very good. Vincent.
I think too when you're going to watch this one and you remember seeing the remake, you'll see it. It's so close. It's so close, but for the special effects, you're right.
Yeah, like I said, I don't remember. I remember it being quite the special effects extravaganza. I remember they did some really nasty things with Jeff Goldblum. I remember, well, I don't know. It's been a very long time. I remember it being a lot more relationship drama between him and Gina Davis and a lot less actual Fly. But I could be wrong. Like I said, it's been forever since I've seen it. So we will catch up with that next week, Miss Monica. I say check out The Fly from 1958. I could have swore this fucking thing was in my Vincent Price box sets. It is not. I have The Return of the Fly over there. I actually had to rent this one on Amazon Prime. I'm sure you swashbuckled it off of some torrent site or some. You found the Swahili version with English subtitles. I don't know what you did. I don't want to know. I don't want to be implicated in anything, you know?
Okay.
Let's take us a little break, kiddo. We'll come back with some other stuff.
Okay.
When I'm a human fly, I spell L-Y. I say brother, and it's just because I'm a human fly, and I don't know why. I got 96 tears and 96 eyes. I got a garbage brain that's driving me insane, and I don't like to ride, so push that best aside. And baby, I won't care, cause baby, I don't scare, cause I'm a reborn maggot using gym warfare. Rock. I'm a human fly. I still L-Y. I say buzz, and it's just because I'm an unzipped fly, and I don't know why. I don't know why, but I say rock tonight, and I say rock it right, and I say, but I don't know why. Just don't know why.
Hey inmates, if you like what you hear, head over to the Padded Room Facebook group and support us through the Patreon link with a small monthly donation. Check out the T-Villain link at paddedroom.podbean.com and grab some t-shirts. Thanks for listening and enjoy the rest of the show.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. That was The Human Fly by The Cramps, suggested by Alan, coming in with a musical note for us. Thank you very much, Alan. That was a good tune.
Yeah.
Speaking of good tunes, I think it's time to get into the Terradome quarterfinals.
No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
I'm not gonna hurt you. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in. I'll kill you all. I'll drive you crazy. I'll kill you all. My worst dream come true.
6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face, the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
Welcome to the Terradome.
We are in the Asylum Conference, round 13, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. As usual, bear with me, I'm not much of a writer. The old barn had a reputation. For decades it sat just outside of town, empty and silent. School children would spread rumors of bloody murders and chained-up monsters. How's their in? And on a dare, a brave soul might just find himself inside. Truth of the matter was, they weren't wrong. The ladies of the sisterhood had been using the barn as a chantry for their coven, a gathering place and a house of ritual and sacrifice. If the walls of that barn could talk, they would tell tales of horror and pain, the perfect place for a high school Halloween party. Unfortunately, this Halloween is marked by a more celestial and scientific event, a meteoric impact in the fields just to the south of the old barn. The small, black creatures descended on the teenage partiers, killing them off in savage fashion, just as the ladies were arriving for their grand harvest sacrifice. Teams competition, we have the Critters versus the Witches, Monica.
Oh, my God.
Oh. I think I got to go with the Critters on this one. Witches are scary, dude, but they take time to lock and load. You know what I mean? They got to set. There's a lot of setup and tear down. There's a lot of candles and things like that. Critters are stupid, and they're silly, and they're a little cute, but they are violent. I'm going to go with the Critters on this one. How say you?
I was going to pick the Critters anyway because I hate witchcraft.
You hate witchcraft?
Yeah, I don't believe in it. They can go screw themselves.
Wow. All right. The views of Miss Monica do not reflect the views of the Padded Room Podcast or any of its affiliates. I was wondering how far we were going to get into the show before I had to do the disclaimer, but there it is.
Watch somebody put a curse with the evil eye on me now.
Right on you with your Hungarian ass. What are you going to do? Nothing. You're fucked. You're going to be a werewolf.
I'm taking the Critters.
Now, me too. That's your Terradome matchup for the weekend, mates. It is the Witches versus the Critters. Get us your votes by next week if you can. Mental health hotline is area code 775-387-0275, or just email us, mail@paddedroompodcast.com. Yeah, dude, here we go. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty in the Terradome. I could see the Witches winning this. Witches, yeah, dude, think about I was going to say think about the coven from American Horror Story, but that's not really going to work because, Tasia Farmiga would have to fuck the critters to kill them. And, I guess the Supreme could probably do it, but then again, a lot of ritual, a lot of setting up and drawing things and digging up grimoires.
Yeah, the only witch that I could see, being amazing would be Tabitha from Bewitched.
Oh, God. Okay.
Because they just had to snap their fingers and the deed was done.
No, she had a nose wiggle.
Well, yeah, a nose, but they didn't have to do anything, like you said, like spells and stuff.
Yeah. That's what kills you with the witchcraft, is all the, the eye of newt and the tongue of bat and all that. Okay, now, critters will run right over you and leave a skeleton. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let us know by next weekend, mates. In the meantime, we're going to tell you what movies we got to watch in a segment called What Are You Looking At?
What are you looking at?
Monica, I've got just the show for you. Are you ready for this?
What?
It's called We Kill for Love. Have you heard of this? What it is a 3-hour documentary about, quote-unquote, the erotic thrillers of the 80s and 90s. So it's a show, it's a movie-by-movie breakdown, not that dissimilar from In Search of Darkness, but it focuses only on those weird, out of the way erotic thrillers that we all grew up with. You know what I'm talking about? Like the Fatal Obsession and the what else? Deadly Desire, some weird shit like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Andrew Stevens is the top of the cast.
You knew it. You knew Andrew Stevens was going to be in there with what was it called? Night Eyes or something like that.
He's the photographer stalking that chick.
Yeah. It is very. It's such a weird dichotomy, those movies. Looking back now, it's like, okay, I saw them all because I was between the ages of 9 and 14 when most of those came out. And I knew that if I was looking at the TV guide for the week and I saw Hidden Obsession showing up on HBO at 11:30 on a Saturday night, I'm going to see some tits. And I'm going to watch that movie from front to back, side to side, and I'm going to find the tits in it because there's going to be some in there. Now, watching them now, which I have no intention of doing, there's like a weird, almost female gothic element to them. You know what I mean? Like, it's not quite the femme fatale, but there's like, and even going back to the big ones, like your Basic Instinct, your Fatal Attraction, your the Michael Douglas trio. It was always like this weird kind of predatory female, but at the same time you kind of felt for her because she was trapped in this weird suburban prison with it's like the mom from Stranger Things who almost fucked Billy the lifeguard. You know what I'm talking about. But there was like thousands of movies that came out within a 12-year span, and it was all just tits, guns, and a nonsensical storyline that somehow pieced it all together. This documentary is really amazing because there's a lot more actual psychology that goes into these movies. As a preteen watching them, all you're focused on is your boner. So you can watch them and be like, oh, yeah, the housewife. Yeah.
Yeah. Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy, dude. Oh, what is there? 5, 6 of those movies? I mean, I think Poison Ivy 2 with Alyssa Milano that's the peak Poison Ivy. I was never a big Drew Barrymore guy.
I have to say, and I have to admit, this is so dirty. When I watch, I can't remember which one I watched, 1 or 2. I think it was 2 also. But, oh my God, I rubbed like 14 out watching that movie.
Okay, I get you, because the first one had Drew Barrymore going all over Tom Skerritt. And it wasn't like Alien Tom Skerritt. We're talking like Poltergeist 3 Tom Skerritt, where it was all salt and pepper and wrinkles, and she's trying to be all up on him like she's hot for him, and you're like, oh, gross. But yes. The second one with Alyssa Milano was really something. And there's like this whole strain of movie. It was its own subgenre for quite a while. The quote-unquote erotic thriller. Brian Usna made a lot of these movies. Fred Olin Ray. It's weird how they came on. Zalman King, The Red Shoe Diaries. 9.5 weeks with Mickey Rourke and Kim Basinger. Remember that one? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, dude, you could pull your dick clean off to that one. But it's like it's almost like the smut novels that my wife loves, but in like a weird, like just knocking on the door of pornography, but not quite. It's like, yeah, you're going to see tits and there's going to be a lot of fucking, but you're kind of interested as to why they're fucking and how they're fucking, you know? That's not something you're going to see on Pornhub or on Xvideos. It was a weird time, I'll say that. And this documentary was very nostalgic for me and my penis.
I'll have to check it out.
It's streaming on Shudder right now. It's called We Kill for Love. Like I said, it's 3 hours long. But you're gonna watch it, and you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that fucking thing! I remember that guy. I remember her too." A lot of Joan Severance, who was a favorite target of mine, if you understand what I'm telling you. Anyway, I watched that. I watched a movie called Honey Bunch from 2025. Have you heard of this one?
I don't think so.
Also, just hit Shudder. Set back in the 70s. Interesting movie. It's about a young lady with some brain trauma that goes to a institute to try to help her. We get a lot of very cool, like, hallucinations and things like that. The explanation at the end is a little wacky, but it's still kind of cool. I thought it was a good show. I watched that, and then I watched another one called Kill Your Lover from 2023. Have you seen this one?
No.
Weird, toxic couple, like Australian. He's very conservative and like has a job and things like that. And she's very punk rock, and she smokes weed. And they fuck a lot, and there's like a strong sexual connection there. But other than that, they hate each other, and they just are constantly on the verge of breaking up. But then he gets this weird virus, and it spreads like he starts excreting acidic like mucus, and anything he touches like burns. But he's kind of abusive, but she's kind of abusive too, but in a different way. They call the paramedics, and he thinks that she wants to fuck the paramedic guy. So he grabs him and puts his mucus on him. And I don't want to give any more away. That one is streaming on Tubi also. It's interesting. It's very slimy, make you feel gross, but there's a lot of sex in it. And the chick is pretty hot, so there's that. That's all I got to watch this week, Monica. What do you got?
I watched this new movie called We Bury the Dead.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's a new Australian movie.
All right.
It's once again the world comes to an end.
Oh yeah. Zombie apocalypse, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And there wasn't. I liked it for being a really slow movie. It kept me interested, but there wasn't any like death scenes, like zombies going crazy eating people.
Oh.
But there's a couple spooky scenes where, God, these zombies are like meth heads. They grind their teeth.
Yeah.
The more time goes on, they just stand there and they're just grinding their teeth. But it was pretty good.
Nice.
And then I've been binge watching The Hunting Party on Netflix.
Ooh, what is that about?
So that's about an underground prison where they housed all the baddest serial killers that there are.
Okay.
That people think got executed, but instead of executing them, they went underground into a prison system where they were doing experiments on them. And right now we're at the part, I'm on like episode 8.
Oh, it's a series.
Yeah.
Okay.
The place exploded, so all these serial killers are on the loose.
All right.
It's the FBI agents' jobs to hunt these guys down.
Okay.
So, but we can't let the cops know or any of the people know that these killers are actually alive. So they got to get to them first.
Okay. That sounds like a video game.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Cool.
I watched the first episode and I was like, oh, I am hooked.
All right.
And that's all I've been watching.
Okay. Very cool. I guess it's time for some immersion therapy then.
Mm-hmm.
Immersion therapy.
Monica, what did you think of the girl that got away? The girl who got away?
Oh, it was okay.
It was
I
all
watched
right.
this a few months ago.
Yeah, I saw it, I think about a year ago. They kind of telegraphed the ending a little bit, I felt like.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, but I kind of feel like the beginning half was pretty good.
Yeah.
But then when you kind of found out what was actually happening, I don't know. I kind of just went, oh, okay.
Yeah, I kind of figured it out a little early because they were a little too ambiguous with our quote unquote survivor girl. I was like, okay, something is clearly afoot here. And then when you get the big explanation at the end, you're like, oh, well, I guess that does make sense, doesn't it? It's not a bad show. I hopefully did not ruin that for you if you haven't seen it. It's worth a watch. I think if you're a horror fan, you'll probably figure it out a lot earlier than you're supposed to. And if you do, that's going to kind of ruin the movie for you because... Or maybe I should just shut up because I feel like I'm ruining the movie for you too, which is a very real possibility. It's fine. It's a good. If
I give it a 7.
Oh, you're gonna go I would give it like a mid 5. I mean, it's fine. It's more of like a crime noir kind of a deal, but you got to kind of throw out logic or. It's one of those movies where you can't ask questions because if you do, it's going to lead you straight to the answers, and then that's going to ruin it for you.
I just was baffled that every time somebody got murdered, they automatically were like, "She did it."
See,
bullshit.
Yeah,
she didn't do it.
No, I know, but that's part of that's one of the questions that you ask, and then you're like, "Well, how does that make any sense?" And then you're like, "Oh, okay, well." It makes more sense if all right. I don't want to. I'm already ruining it for you. It's fine. It's take your thinking cap and put it in a different room, and then maybe you can enjoy that one. What do you got for us this week, Monica?
We are going to watch The Covenant from 2006, and it's imagine that it's a witchcraft movie.
Yeah, but this is like a Backstreet Boys witchcraft movie.
Yeah, you got hot guys. Ladies, you have hot guys in this movie.
Yes, you do. God damn it. And they spend a lot of there's a quote-unquote swim team. So get ready. A lot of Speedos and a lot of locker room action. So I don't know. Enjoy that one, fellas. You're welcome. All right, inmates. It's The Covenant from 2006, streaming on Tubi presently. Check that shit out, and we will do the same and compare notes next week. But now it's time for a round of Who is Daddy?
Who is Daddy?
First, my clues from last week. I am a serial killer and a bit of a jackass. I go through some very extravagant links to talk my way into the homes of my victims. And once I do, I go a little OCD and I got to wipe everything down like 4 times before I can actually leave the place. But when I do, I tied up one lady and drug her body for like 14 miles. And I was conducting weird experiments with guys, seeing how many heads I could shoot with one bullet and kill how many by putting their heads together on a weird spindle thing. And feeding pie to dead kids. That's also one of my jams. No pun intended. I am, of course, the house that Jack built. That's a Lars von Trier movie, Monica. Are you familiar with the works of this dude?
No, not besides that movie, I don't think.
I believe you've seen Antichrist.
Oh, yes.
Not afraid to show hardcore penetration. which often times people would say is unnecessary, myself included, especially involving Willem Dafoe. He loves himself some 4 to 5 hour long movies, and a whole lot of just pornographic thing. There was actually a 6 hour movie he made called Nymphomaniac. Had to be broken up into 2 movies. Really just a whole bunch of X-Videos style action. Not a lot of storyline there, but it's almost as though he said, I've got a big budget. I'm going to drag as many big stars as I can into this gonzo pornographic situation.
Very interesting.
And a little sad when you watch it, because for all of that thumping and bumping, it's just boils down to a lady that's kind of lost in an alley. Shia LaBeouf in that one. Christian Slater. A lot of really big names. I don't know if their actual penises were used or not, but you can see the whole thing. It's a whole situation there. All right. Enough about that. Who might I be this week, you ask? Well, Monica, I am a bit of a vagina. And people pick up on that about me when they meet me, and that's a bit of a problem. My wife is overbearing. I don't think she cares for me or our kids. That sucks. That's the bad news. The good news, though, is that we met a very nice family on vacation, and they invited us back to their home in wherever they are. I believe it's a Scandinavian country. I really hope they don't have nefarious plans for our daughter, and I also don't like having rocks thrown at me while I'm naked. Who might I be, you ask? Tune in next week, and I'll drop some knowledge on you, inmates. In the meantime, I think that's about going to do it for us. Thank you very much for joining us this week. Hopefully we can get Dusty back next week if the weather cooperates somewhat. Jesus Christ, I don't want to kill him. What do we have next week? The Fly from 1989, the David Cronenberg classic starring Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis. I'm going to go out on a limb here, Monica, and say that we might be a little disappointed moving into this one from the original Fly with Vincent Price. How say you?
Yeah, it's been quite a year, so I only remember bits of it, so I'll be interested to see.
I agree. I remember it being much more of a romance situation, but I could be wrong. We'll dive into it next week. Like, comment, subscribe wherever you heard the show, inmates. That helps our visibility quite a bit. We do have a Patreon campaign running, of course. Just go to paddedroompodcast.com. Find all the info you need there. In the meantime, for hunky dudes in their swim team Speedos, Monica, thank you very much for that. Serial killers and the weird experiments they perform. Nagging, overbearing wives and why they have to drag us on vacation just to humiliate us in front of other families, to have us later naked, having rocks thrown at us. And the I know that was very specific. And the Padded Room Podcast. I'm afraid visiting hours are over.
Bye-bye.